Today I will start chemical bonding. This is the basic concept to read the organic chemical bonding. The first you understand the concept of this topic. What do you mean by bond? Bond in the bioscience, this is called linkage. Bond is called linkage. The bond, there are two kinds of the bond. One is physical, another is chemical bond. The main difference, the bond is the force of attraction which binds the atoms together in a molecule is called bond. So, when you are talking about the physical bond, in which the orbitals are not touching, they are not sharing, they are not transferring the electrons. So, in the physical bond, this is just the physical forces of attraction, that is in the form of the Coulombic force of attraction. But when you are talking about the chemical bond, in that case, the orbitals are going to share up the electrons, are going to transfer the electrons. These are the phenomena in which orbitals are coming close to each other. So there are two kinds of the bond. When you are talking, the bond is the force of attraction. You know the force of attraction. The force of attraction which binds the atoms together in a molecule. Which binds the atoms. Which bind the atoms together in a molecule. Which binds the atoms together in a molecule. The force of attraction which binds the atoms together in a molecule is called bond. Now you understand the introduction of this bond is. Intro is there are two kinds of the bond. Bond is called linkage. There are two kinds of the bond. The first is physical bond, another is chemical bond. Introduction of this topic. Intro. The first is physical bond, the second is chemical bond. Physical bond, another is chemical bond. Chemical bond. Physical bond, the force of attractions, where the orbitals are not touching, not transferring. The best example is all the van der Waals forces of attraction belongs to the physical. Van der Waals forces of attraction. In van der Waals forces of attraction, no orbitals are sharing, transferring electrons. Okay, but in the case of the chemical bond, orbitals are overlapping, transferring, sharing. You understand the chemical bond is ionic bond. This is also called electrovalent bond. The second is covalent bond. Third is coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. The full name is coordinate covalent bond. You say the ionic bond is electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond. Ionic bond is electrovalent bond. I will discuss later this physical forces of attraction. That is van der Waals forces of attraction. Hydrogen bond belongs to the one of the strongest forces of the van der Waals forces. So you can say all the physical bonds means van der Waals forces, it belongs to the category of the physical force. Now introductions of the chemical bond. The types of chemical bond. I am talking about types of chemical bond. Types of chemical bonds. Types of chemical bond. Chemical bonds type, you write. The first is ionic bond. First is ionic bond. This is also called electrovalent bond. Ionic bond is what? This is electrovalent bond. Means the electrons present in the valence cell, they participate in electrovalent bond. The ionic bond, it forms due to transfer of electron, due to transference of electron. It forms due to transference of electron. It forms due to transference of electrons. It forms due to transference of electron. Ionic bond, it forms due to transfer of electron. But in the basic introductions, when you are talking about the bonds in the NaC, Okay. Here the sodium and chlorine. What happens in this case? You know that metal possess large size and non-metals possess a small size. You can say the sodium has low ionization energy and chlorine possess high electron affinity. So sodium will transfer one valence electrons to this. Bitterly it will achieve the octet by this transfer. Okay. So ionic bond is the case of the large size metal on non-metals. The dominant tendency to form the ionic bond. Ionic bond, what are the conditions to form ionic bond? The main conditions. What are the conditions to form ionic bond? What are the conditions to form ionic bond? What are the main conditions? Many conditions. Conditions to form ionic bond. First, metals should have low ionization energy, should have low ionization energy, should have low ionization energy, and non-metals have high electron affinity. Non-metals have high electron affinity. Electron affinity EA. Okay, so you can say it is the bond which forms between metal and non-metals. So no bond is pure. You can say, suppose if in a molecule you are looking the 60% ionic character, means 40% covalent character is, no bonds are pure. So you cannot say this is absolute ionic bond. They are looking the majority, the dominant nature of the bond. Metals, you can say the large size metal and a small size non-metals are capable to form bond. The main conditions is, and what happens in this case? Electron transfer takes place from large size metals to non-metals. You see the ionic bond is non-directional in nature. When you are talking about ionic bond, it is non-directional. Reason why this is non-directional in nature? Reason when the ionic bond is formed, I am talking about the dominant nature. Suppose you are considering sodium chloride. In the case of NaCl, you are looking charge. According to the physics, charge is a scalar quantity. So it possesses only magnitude, no direction. So ionic bond is totally non-directional in nature. So in the case of the ionic bond, what happens in this introduction? Ionic bond is non-directional. High possesses the high attractive forces between cations and anions. The main conditions to form the ionic bond: metals should have large size and non-metals should have a small size. You can see the metals possess the low ionization energy and the non-metals have high electron affinity. These are the conditions to form ionic bond. The basic introduction of the ionic bond is over. Now I am talking about the second type of bond, covalent. A very simple concept of the bonding. Covalent bond, it forms due to sharing of electrons. It forms due to sharing. These all are chemical bond. It forms due to sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons. When the one electrons here, it forms single covalent bond. Suppose when you are talking about the hydrogen molecule, the one electron sharing will occur. This is what? Single covalent bond. In the case of the oxygen, the basic part, 2 electrons share. Okay. In the case of the nitrogen, 3 electron sharing occurs. Now we consider this. When the bond multiplicity will occur, the bond length decreases. Like single bond, the length is more, double bond, length is. So you can see the strength increases. As soon as the sorting of the bond length takes place, energy. So the energy required to break it will be very high in the case of the triple bond. So in the case of covalent bond, what are the main conditions to form the covalent bond? You know that dominant tendency of the non-metal is ability to form the bonds by sharing of electrons. So in the case of the single, double or triple, so in the case of the sharing of electrons, this is totally directional in nature. The main difference, The technical difference between the ionic and the covalent bond. Ionic bond is non-directional because you are considering the charge as a factor which is directionless. But in the case of the covalent, when the two atoms or orbitals are overlapping and sharing, the direction is fixed. So you say the covalent bond is directional in nature. The basic introduction of the covalent bond is fully directional in nature. Covalent bond is directional in nature. Directional in nature. No need to write the nature, directional. So the main basic difference, the technical difference is covalent bond is fully directional and the ionic bond is non-directional. Now I am talking about the third point, the third type of the chemical bond. This is coordinate covalent bond. Now listen. What do you mean by coordinate? This is also a type of covalent bond, but the difference is like it is a type of covalent bond in which it is a type of sharing. What kind of sharing? It is a type of covalent bond in which lone pair of electrons, the lone pair is unshared pair of electrons, in which lone pair of electrons, it comes through one atom. Lone pair of electrons, it comes through one atom, and shared between two atoms. It comes through one atom, but shared between two atoms. The intro of the coordinate covalent bond is shared between two atoms. In the case of the coordinate covalent bond, it is a type of sharing in which what happens, the lone pair, you understand, unshared pair of electron. It comes through one atom. What happens? It is only coming through the one atom but shared between two atoms. Now you see the live example. Suppose I am talking about the structure of the H2SO4. Where you are looking the coordinate. The mechanism of the reaction is coordinate covalent bond and covalents are same in chemistry, but their modus operation to form the bond is bit different, but the reaction mechanism is same. Now you are talking about the basic concept SO4, you write. Okay, SO4, H2SO4. Everybody knows the hydrogen fuzz is one valence electron, so it will share. It fuzzes 6, so the two sharing will occur. In this case, you know that oxygen fuzzes how many electrons? 6. So these oxygens, it remains unshared. So what happens in this case? Now this lone pair of electron, this is unshared. So every atom has tendency to form maximum bond. According to the thermodynamics, bonding, more the bonds will be formed, more the system will release energy, so it will acquire maximum stability. So in order to form the more bonds, the lone pair of electrons, they not transfer. It comes through one atom but shared between two atoms. Here suppose this is the band, you take the loan, and suppose this is the person. So the bank will provide you loan by the means of the debt sharings, by taking interest. In this way, both the bank and you will be benefited. So the lone pair of electron, it comes through one atom but shared between two atoms. Reaction mechanism will look in this arrow. What happens in this? Then the bank will give you money. They will take some check and like this way. They are not going to complete transfer the electrons. This is called the transfer with occupancy. So orbitals are not going to change. The probability zone of the overlap orbital is nearly very high towards the oxygen atom, but sulfur it is not going to transfer. So this is also a sharing. Band will share with you in such a way both will get the benefited. So sulfur, the lone pair of electron, it comes through one atom but shared between. How many covalent coordinate you are looking? This is coordinate, this is just sharing. The reaction mechanism of the both bonds are same. Formation is sharing. This is also a sharing, but this is a sharing which is initiated by a single factor, here the sulfur. the necessary conditions to form the coordinate covalent bond, the lone pair must be present. Otherwise, this formation will not occur. Many examples of the chemistry, I am not talking about H2SO4, H2SO3, H2S2O8, ozone. Many cases, the coordinate covalent bond is different. Now we come for the concept of the bonding in the chemistry. The whole bonding, when I am talking about the chemical bonding, is based on three concepts. In this world, this chemical bonding is based on three types of concept. Mainly we are using three, extension is for three types of concept. The first is whole force of attractions. Bond is what? This is link is the force of attraction which binds the atoms together in a molecule. The first is valence bond theory. You write in abbreviated form, this is VBT, valence bond theory. This is called VBT. The second is valence bond theory is a very simple theory. In this, when the two atomic orbitals combines, overlapping will occur. After overlapping, the shape of the orbitals do not change. The valence bond theory, oxygen was non-magnetic, but this is not true. Actually, oxygen is paramagnetic. So, the many upcomings of the valence bond theory is somehow, in many respects, this is correct. Second is the MORT, the molecular orbital theory. The full name is molecular orbital theory. The great concept of the MORT is it correctly explains the magnetic behavior of a molecules. Third is called crystal field theory. Crystal field theory. No theory is incorrect. All have some advantage. The main advantage of the CFT, it correctly explains the color and magnetism. In the research, the color and the magnetism is... Three concepts of the bonding. The first concept was given by Hitler and London. That was valence bond theory. The second was the MORT, molecular orbital theory. And the third concept was the highly important and the very new concept, that was crystal field theory. You heard the name CFT. That is also called legend field theory, LFT. You know that the valence bond theory was failed to explain the correct magnetic behavior of a molecule, but molecular orbital theory, it will correctly explain the magnetic behavior. But the most advantageous theory among the three is crystal field theory, which can betterly explain the color and paramagnetic behavior of a molecule. In modern research, the paramagnetism and the color is very important factor. So we are accounting the crystal field theory to discuss the complex. In the later on when I will discuss the complex, I will discuss the concept of the crystal field theory. Our basic part of the 11th class syllabus is to deal with the valence bond theory and the MORT. Now you come to the shortcut. The valence bond theory, the first theory, the valence bond theory, this is called VBT. Valence bond theory. The hybridization is based on this theory. Hybridization, you heard the name. Hybridization, the very basic concept of the 11th class. Hybridization, it is based on valence bond theory. It is based on which theory? Valence bond theory. Valence bond theory was proposed by Hitler and London. Valence bond theory was proposed by Hitler and London. Now, I will briefly explain the hybridization and discuss the shortcut method to find out the hybridization. No need to write the definition. Now you come, I am talking about introduction of hybridization. Hybridization. TIN means what? Process. TIN means process. Hybrid means mixing process. Okay. What mixing? Atomic orbitals. Listen, one basic concept of the hybridization. Suppose when you are talking about any molecule formation, everybody knows carbon and hydrogen, they are sharing electrons and forming methane. How the formation is occurring? The very brief introduction is carbon is the element. You write the electronic configuration in the ground state 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Okay, so what happens? You know that bond formation is the main property of the valence electrons. How many valence electrons you are looking? 4. 1, 2, 2p2. Okay, so what happens? This is called ground state, GS. What happens in this case? When the carbon will loop all these hydrogens, okay, so they get excited to achieve the octet. In order to achieve the octet, they tend to share up the electrons. So this is called excited. After looping hydrogen, carbon get excited. So in the excited state, this is called electron promotion concept, EPC. In the excited state, electronic configuration it changes to S1, to Px1, to Py1, to Pz. Okay, to Pz. So what happens in this case? In the excited state, R will be half-filled. So when the hydrogen will approach, the carbon will select the electrons. By this way, they can accommodate maximum 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay. So why CH5 is not possible? Because carbon cannot expand its coordination number beyond 4. You can link the 4 hydrogen atoms with the carbon. This is the concept. Hybridization is the APC concept. I will not write any definition. It is a process of intermixing of atomic orbitals. When the 2 atomic orbitals combines, intermixing of the 2 or more pure atomic orbitals. After mixing, they redistribute equal amount of energy and they take a definite orientation in space. This is the basic concept of the hybridization in chemistry. What happens in this case? Carbon on 2-dimensional you write, the carbon will share up by this. These bonds are not pure. What happens in this case? 4 orbital are mixing, 1s and 3p. So you write the hybridization is what? sp3. Mixing of 1s, ONE, 1s and 3p orbitals. So all the bonds have not pure as sp3. sp3 will accommodate. sp3 hybrid bonds character will develop. So this is called hybridized orbital. So what happens in this case? This is the basic introductions. So in 3-dimensional, the central atom they tend to orient. This is the carbon atom. Orient in such a way the distance and stability will be more. So this is the carbon. You are putting in the axial line. Hybridization is the concept of interaction. This is the hydrogen orbital. Carbon can accommodate maximum. 1 carbon can accommodate. This is the back view. And it looks tetrahedral. So basic introduction. In the tetrahedral arrangement, all the 4 bonds are highly stabilized. Repulsion among the bonds are very, very less. So in 3D, the geometry and the structure you see, this is what? Tetrahedral. Tetra means 4. Hadrons is called corners. 4 corners, tetrahedral. In the case of the tetrahedral, 4 corners are lying in the same plane. Now I will discuss to find out the hybridization. Everybody knows what do you mean by sp3 hybridization? Mixing of 1s and 3p. Mixing of 1s and 3p orbitals. Mixing of 1s and 3p orbitals. Okay? Orbitals. Okay? Now you write sp2 mixing of 1s and 2pw or 2p orbitals. You write sp. What is the mixing of 1s and 1p orbitals? 1p orbitals. Okay? These are the case. When the p will be filled, it will enter into the D, sp3d. You write mixing of 1s, THREE3p and 1d orbitals. You write sp3d2, sp3 by this way, sp3dt. You do not write the d4, d5. Reason, the central atom can accommodate more than there are some limitations to accommodate the overlappings. Limitations occurs. So you cannot write sp3d5 f7. This is not possible because hybridization, the intermixing of the atomic orbital is going to be initiated by the central atom, and central atom possesses some limitations to form the bonds. So the shortcut methods to find out the hybridization in the shortcut, you apply the single shortcut, one line shortcut I will tell you, not more than two lines. Suppose if you want to deduce the hybridization, shortcut to find out the hybridization in the simple compound, shortcut to find out hybridization, but the limitation is what? Shortcut to find out the hybridization, limitation is central atom must be one. The correct, the very shortcut is, suppose if you are binding, find the hybridization of methane, water, ammonia. You write any molecule, but limitation is you never write the molecule which possesses two central atoms. The shortcut will be failed. So when the shortcut you listen, you are looking one central atom, SO2, SO3, chalega, but never like this H2O4, because shortcut is only applicable carbon. Suppose you are taking carbon atom, here the central atom is one. Looking one central atom, how you find out the hybridization in the shortcut? Shortcut method. This is only applicable. Limitation of this shortcut is, this is only applicable for those molecules which possess single central atom. So now the rules to find out. The one rule I will write, I will have to write two rules, but the single rule is looking, add all the valence electrons in a molecule. Add all the valence electrons. You are knowing the valence electron, outermost. Add all the valence electrons in a molecule. Add all the valence electrons in a molecule. Looking hydrogen, divide by 2. Looking hydrogen atom inside a molecule. Looking hydrogen atom inside a molecule, divided by 2. If you are looking hydrogen atom in a molecule, divide by 2, otherwise by 8. Divide by 2, otherwise मतलब नहीं तो, अगर हाइड्रोजन नहीं दिखाई देगा, otherwise divide by 8. Divide by 8. Otherwise divide by 8. What you will do like this, the shortcut I am explaining. Suppose you want to find out the hybridization of the methane. How many valence electrons possess carbon? 4. Looking 4 hydrogen atom, each hydrogen atom possesses 1 valence electron, so 8. Looking hydrogen atom inside a molecule, you divide by 2. So you are getting 4. Means what you are getting 4? It means 4 orbitals are going to mix. You start from S. Now you can write 1s, then P3. So this is called sp3 hybridization. This is the systematic method. Add all the valence electrons, looking hydrogen atom, divide by 2, not looking hydrogen, then divide by 2. You will get the hybridized state. But if the quantity is not divisible, then what you will do? Suppose I am asking, what is the hybridization of PCl5? Looking, how many valence electrons phosphorus possesses? 5. Chlorine, 1 chlorine atom possesses 7 5, 35. It comes 40. Not looking hydrogen, then you divide by, so you will get 5. 8 5, 40. So 5 orbitals systematically you write, then the D will be filled, it will enter into this. 5 orbitals in 1s, 3p and 1d. Now the second case, the second rule is, if the quantity is not divisible, no need to write. Suppose I am asking PCl here, looking phosphorus plus 7 3 20 by 26. Not looking hydrogen, divide by 2. Now here the rule is, if the quantity is not divisible, okay, you are getting. So further you divide by 2. Okay, further you divide by 2. And you are getting this cancelled. Add all the remainder in the quotients, you will get the hybridized state. So you can say 4 orbitals are mixed, so hybridization is just 3. The better method You draw this one lone pair, 3 bond pair. The structure elucidation is best method. This is pyramidal because this lone pair will push the bond pair of electrons. Okay, and the geometry is what? Pyramidal. Count the bond 1, 2, 3, 4. Lone pair is present, and so you must count that if it is present. If it will go in any kind of the resonance, then you will not count. So hybridization is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 orbitals. So this is sp3. So when you apply the shortcut, look up carefully. If the hydrogen, if the quantity is not divisible, then further divide by 2 and add all the remainder and the quotients, you will get the hybridized state. Now the question is, how you will find out the shortcut? The question is, suppose I am talking about looking a carbonate and find the hybridization. How will you find out? Valence electrons. It is 3, 18. Looking 2 minus is gain of electron. Negative sign you will assign for the gain of electrons. So it comes what? 24 divided by 8. You are getting 3. So this hybridization is sp2. By this way, but the great limitations of this shortcut, this is only applicable if the central atom is 1. If the central atoms are more than 1, never apply this shortcut. Better, the best method to predict the hybridization is by drawing structures. If central atoms are more than 1, never apply this tukka. If central atoms are more than 1, अगर एक से ज्यादा सेंट्रल आइटम है, never apply this shortcut. Otherwise your answer will be wrong. Never apply this shortcut. The limitation of this shortcut method is applicable for the single central atom. Suppose here you are looking how many central atom? 2. Now you will apply. Now you do not apply the shortcut. Best method is you draw the structure, you find the hybridization. The first bond is sigma. According to the valence bond theory, it forms due to axis to axis. So you count here 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon atom is sp3. 1, 2, 3, 4 sp3. So each carbon atom is alkane is what? sp3 hybridized. So the structure is the best method to determine the. In the case of light, do not apply shortcut. Deduce the hybridization by a structure. You write here, deduce the hybridization by drawing the structure. And in the competitive exam, they will not ask a very simple kind of the structure. Deduce the hybridization by drawing a structure. So by drawing a structure, the technique, the best and the elaborative technique to draw the structure to find out the structure. So this shortcut method is not applicable to discuss such kind of hybridizations. Now I am discussing. This is the simple I have discussed. But now we come to the main point. In many organic compounds, when you want to find out the hybridization, you will draw the resonance structure and all phenomena. Now look. What is the hybridization of? What is the hybridization of? What is the hybridization of oxygen atom? I am asking the oxygen atom. In the following molecules, in the paper, they will not write the name. They will draw the structure. Your duty is to proceed in the following molecule. Any molecule, I am not going to go there. What part of the molecules they are asking? Suppose this molecule is here. You go in the organic sections. Suppose this is molecules. Okay. Looking here, double bond, pi bond. Now, betterly when you find out the questions, in the question you look the lone pair. 2 lone pairs are here. What happens in this case? You know the lone pair will delocalize with the pi bond. This is called resonance. So this lone pair will go in the resonance. If the lone pair is intact, you count. If it will go in the resonance, it will not count. So only 1 lone pair of electron present, and never 2 lone pair of electron go in the resonance, because in the concept of the resonance, the system must be planar. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 orbitals are hybridized is sp2. This oxygen atom is sp2 hybridized. The main conditions, when the lone pair of electron will go, not go, you will decide by this structure. You heard the name pyridine, okay? You heard the name pyridine. This is nitrogen. What is the hybridization of nitrogen atom? I am discussing some questions here. The lone pair you are looking, okay? It will not go in the resonance, because in the concept of the organic chemistry, If the atom possesses lone pair and pi bond, who will go in the conjugation? Pi bond loosely held in the planar system, so it will remain intact. So hybridization is found 1 sigma, 2 sigma and 1 lone pair. Because it remains intact, so hybridization is this. Now the second question. Again suppose this is nitrogen. Come here. The lone pair, I am showing this bond. Will you find this lone pair? No, because it will go in the resonance. So nitrogen possesses 3 covalent bonds. One hydrogen is hidden. This lone pair will go in the resonance. This lone pair will go in the resonance. So it gets abstracted. It will participate in the resonance. So you never count here. So 1, 2, 3. The hybridization is sp2. 3 orbitals are mixed. You write sp2. Okay. So when you are finding the hybridization in the organic molecules, suppose I am asking many molecules here. You want to find out the hybridizations. The exceptional cases of the hybridization is, what is the hybridization of MnO4? What is the hybridization of MnO4? Hybridization of permanganate. In books they write sp3, but you do not write this permanganate. Okay. What happens in this case? This is the exceptional questions of the previous year IIT. The hybridization is D3S. The concept of the dxy divided and dxz is coming. So MnO4 in the books they are mentioning the sp3, but you will write D3S because books is not elaborative at that moment when the hybridization, the apex of the hybridization was occurring on the basis of the interaxial overlapping. So permanganate, you heard the name MnO4 ion is what? Permanganate ion is D3S hybridization. Never write sp3. So hybridization in the organic molecules they are asking. Suppose I am asking one question. Find the hybridization of, here compare, find the hybridization of nitrogen atom. I am asking not all atoms in a multi atoms molecule. What is the hybridization of nitrogen atom? In, I am here writing like this. Here writing like this. Okay. So what you will write here? First inform the bond. Required bond of the nitrogen is 3 because it possesses how many? 5 valence electrons. Okay, 5 valence electrons. So this is hidden. You must draw the structure. It will go in the resonance. It will go in the conjugation. So what happens? 1, 2, 3. So 3 orbitals are going to be mixed. So the hybridization is sp2. Find the hybridization of the nitrogen atom. Any, I don't want to know the name of the compound. They are asking, you can simply trace by this shortcut method to find out the hybridization of the compound. In a organic chemistry molecule, organic molecules, and in a simple molecules, suppose you are considering what is the hybridization of ions. What is the hybridization of? What is the hybridization of? What is the hybridization of? What is the hybridization of nitrate ion? Means they are asking the nitrogen atom hybridization. Any ions you are going to find, NO3 1 minus 5 plus 6 are 318 plus negative we will assign for the gain of electron. So it comes 24 divided by 8, 8 3 are 3. So hybridization 3 orbitals are going to mix. So hybridization is sp2. Now this is the basic questions. I have here not explained the hybridization complex. Hybridization in the complexes. Now I will discuss hybridization in complexes. Hybridization in complexes. Hybridization in complex compounds. The most important topic of the 12th. But I am discussing the 11th corner. So hybridization in the complex compound, paramagnetic behavior, color and all the related field. So I will discuss in this next class.